back to MJOMEF Lesson 10. Thanks for sticking with me so far. I'm Brendan. We're going to be learning a new song on clarinet today, as well as a new note and some other concepts. So thanks for sticking with me through all these videos. You are setting a great foundation for yourself to become a great musician and a great clarinet player. To begin with, just a short review. I'm playing with the full instrument, but just remember that if that's still feeling really heavy for you to be able to play all the notes accurately, feel free to take the instrument in half and just play with the top half with your left hand down here covering the holes and your right hand holding up in the safe space below the mouthpiece right here. So you can still play all the songs with just half the clarinet. But if you feel comfortable and you're able to get the notes to sound good with the full instrument, then let's just play with the full instrument. And still having your left hand up here, but your right hand is now going to hang out down here with your right thumb supporting under the thumb rest. To begin, we are going to learn a new note on the clarinet. Yeah, new note! So this is the highest note we've learned so far. If you remember open G, that's been the highest note we've known so far, but now we're going to add a new note on top of there, and that is the high A. So I'll go in close to the camera so you can see here. It is that silver teardrop key that is immediately right above the hole that you press to play E. Play that A with me. So you're just going to hold that teardrop key and nothing else. So it should sound like this. If you're struggling a little bit, try changing the angle of the instrument. Also, try changing the shape of your mouth around the piece, maybe getting a little bit firmer, bringing the instrument a little closer into you to help get that higher note to sound. Okay, so that's the first step, learning that A, which looks like the second space on the staff. Now, the second concept we're going to talk about is a new time signature. So first, to review, pretty much all the songs that we've learned so far have been in 4/4 time signature, meaning that there are 4 beats in the measure, and the quarter note gets 1 beat. But now we are going to learn a new time signature called 2/4. It's very similar to 4/4. It's just that now instead of 4, you're going to only have 2 beats per measure. Still the quarter note, the black note, getting 1 count each. So really, we don't really notice much difference between 2/4 and 4/4 when we're playing the song. It's more has to do with how you're counting it off. So in 4/4, just to review, we would count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But with 2/4, we just count like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's how we're going to count this new song, Farm Out, which you should see attached in the PDF to this video. The last concept I'm going to talk about in this video is called a key signature. For us playing clarinet, and for those of us playing trumpet, B-flat instruments, it's not really a thing we have to worry about very much right now, but just so you know, if you're in band together playing with other instruments, the key signature does become important because the instruments play in different keys. And so sometimes before the song starts, before that 2/4 symbol, you will see flats and sharps, B symbols or little number signs. Flats are the little B symbols, sharps are the little number signs that are written in the beginning of the song. Don't worry so much about this for right now, because for right now we just have nothing written there. Let's start by saying the names of the notes for the first line. And I'm going to count us off in 2/4. Try to not get distracted by the curved lines you're seeing. I'll talk about those in just a minute. So I'm going to count us off. 1, 2, ready, go. And you're going to say the note names with me. So here we go. First line of Farm Out. 1, 2, ready, go. F, 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 C, D, D, C, A, G, G, F, 2, 1, C. Okay, were you with me so far? Remember, you notice here we have our new note A that comes in on the 5th measure. So that might be take a little getting used to and take some practice to go from that low C all the way up to the high A. But you'll be able to get it pretty quickly as long as you keep your fingers close to the keys and don't push the clarinet or start shaking it violently or wildly in different directions. As long as you just keep it really steady, it should be not too difficult to go from the low C to the high A. So now let's say the note names for the second line. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. F, 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 C, D, D, C, 2. A, G, G, F, 2, 3, off. So I hope that you were able to say all the note names with me, because I'm going to go on to introduce the other concepts. If you're still struggling to be able to count all the note names with me, to be able to keep up saying all the note names, then feel free to just rewind the video and practice that, to just memorize those note names, be able to say them at that steady 2-4 speed. So, you might have noticed the way that I was counting that F at the end was a little strange. Why didn't I just go F, 2, F again? Well, the reason is because of that curved line that you see, which I'm now going to explain. That curved line is called a tie. A tie, like you're tying a knot together. That's right, except in this case, you're tying the first F to the second F. All that it means is that you add the values of the notes together. So that first F, since it's a half note, how many counts does it get again? That's right, 2 counts. How many counts does the second F get? It's a black quarter note. That's right, 1 count. So the way we do it with the tie, when we see the curved line connecting those 2 Fs, is we add those counts together. So we add 2 plus 1 equals 3. So we're going to hold that F for 3 counts instead of playing 2 different Fs. So that's all that that curved line means when you see it connecting 2 of the same note. Now, there is a different kind of curved line that we're going to talk about now, which you see in the beginning of the song. In the second measure, and also in the second measure of the second line, you see a curved line that looks like a tie that is connecting the F to the low C. But this is a different concept. This is called a slur. Like a Slurpee? No, it's just a slur. So a slur, actually like a Slurpee, is very smooth, and it makes the notes connected together like Slurpee or soup or something smooth. Anyway, the way that you're going to play that F to C is simply by tonguing the F and then just moving your fingers down to the C without tonguing the C. So it's just going to be like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Did you notice how I didn't play it like... It wasn't like tongued and choppy and disconnected. It was slurred together, smooth and connected. So that might take a little bit of practice. You might first be getting sounds like this. Or like... You want to work on trying to get all 3 of your fingers to land down on that C at the same time, which definitely takes some practice. It's not easy to do at first. So don't feel bad if you can't do it right away. But remember, a good tip is to don't let your fingers get too far away from the keys. I rarely am letting my fingers get more than a ½ inch away from the keys when I'm playing clarinet. And that way, if you keep them close, you can actually get really fast between the notes. If you keep your fingers close to the instrument, you can play the notes much smoother and faster. So, to review, the difference between a tie, which connects 2 of the same note, and a slur, which connects 2 different notes, is just that. A tie adds the same notes together to make it 1 note, like that F at the end of the line. So it ties that F to make it a 3-beat F instead of 2 beats F and then a 1-beat F. The slur connects 2 different notes together to make them sound smooth. So you're only going to tongue the first note of the slur, and then all the other notes under the slur, or in this case just the one other note, you just slide your fingers down while continuing to blow air through the instrument. So now we're going to play the Farm Out song together, and we're going to try to do that slur and that tie. If you can't do it right away, that's okay too, to just tongue all the notes, but I'm going to play the slurs and ties as well, just so you hear what it's supposed to sound like. So we're going to play the whole song now, not just the first line. So we're going to play both the first and the second line. And I'm going to count us off a nice slow speed first, like 1, 2, ready, go. rest at the end. Do you recognize this song? It might sound a little familiar. What is this song actually called? That's right, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, classic nursery rhyme. Alright, once again, great job for sticking with me through all these videos and continuing to learn the clarinet. It's a really great instrument to learn. Keep up the great work. Again, my name is Brendan. I'm with the MJO MEF, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye now.